Okay. Hello and welcome to my garage. I'm Logan Beert, and today I'll be showing you how to clean out the potentiometers, or as I'll be calling them, the pots on an amp. For starters, for people who don't know, this is an amplifier. It amplifies the sound of an electrical instrument that you plug into it. For a quick rundown of it, right here is where the speaker is that projects the sound. This is where you plug in your instrument. These different knobs allow you to change the volume and the tone of the instrument, and of course the power switch. Now pots are what allow electricity to get through these different knobs so that you can change the tone of it, and those can often collect dirt and dust inside of them, and they'll get dirty, and then they'll make scratchy noises which you don't want. Sound something like this, maybe like that. Apologies, headphone users, but obviously you don't want to sound like that coming out of your amplifier if you're playing on stage or even if you're just practicing. So with this video I'll be showing, or this speech video, I'll be showing you how to clean out those pots so they have a cleaner sound. Now what you're going to need: clean soapy water, a contact cleaner you can buy at Menards, a towel, a tray so you can hold your screws in it, a screwdriver, and this particular amp won't need it, but some amps do need a socket wrench for you to get inside of them. So depending on the amp you have, you may need it. Now the first step I'm going to take is, don't fall, to take off the back cover. Not all amps have a back cover, but this one, the Ventura Vintage 50, does. It's easy enough. There's just 6 screws around the edges. You unscrew them and you'll be able to pop the back off fairly easy. You do need to apply a little bit of pressure to get the back off of it completely. Just don't pull too hard though, because you don't want to end up snapping it or anything. But as you can see, it comes off fairly easy like that. And just so you know, when you place this down, don't lay it flat like this. You want to keep it upright so that it doesn't collect any dust here in the back of it. Otherwise, your pots will just get dirty again, and there will be no point for you to clean them. Now the next step is fairly easy. You want to lay it down on the speaker side gently. Oh, you piece of crud. Oh, come on. Welcome to Ghetto Amp Cleaning with Logan. Alright. So, you want to lay the speaker down. Hey! Come on. No. Speaking to this thing like it's a dog. Anyways, so the next step is there's going to be a silver plate in here that you're going to want to get out of there. Oh, if you fall, I'm going to be ticked. And so to do that, you're going to have to unscrew the screws that are around it. I've already done that so we can speed up the process of this video. Give me 1 second, pardon me. Okay, so once you've got those completely unscrewed, you'll be able to pop out this metal plate, and you'll feel the knobs on the front come out with it. And it's fairly simple, easy to get out of there. If it works with you, sometimes they don't. Like this one, it's a pain. Love my amps, but I tell you what, I don't think they love me back. Come on. Don't fall off. Come on, let's not be freaking... Don't know if you can tell, but I've been swearing up a storm in here today. Anyways, so once you've got that popped off, make sure your amp doesn't fall like that, and you'll have the metal plate, right? And so you're going to want to take your contact cleaner, put the straw in the front nozzle, and undo the tab that's on the cover. And there's a reason I decided to film this in my garage. It's because this stuff is not the safest to breathe in, so you want it in a well-ventilated area, somewhere like a garage or outdoors. And then you want to figure out which pots are the scratchy ones. You want to take the contact cleaner, and you're going to want to stick it inside and spray the pots that have bad sounds in them. Now, this stuff is fairly safe to get around in anything, but what you do want to be cautious of is not to touch the power supply in here. This one has a cover on it, thankfully, but if yours doesn't, it has enough electricity to release enough voltage to kill you. I also forgot to mention, unplug your amp before doing any of this. Yeah, because then an electrical current can't get through on it. So, anyways, to continue, there is these circular bits in here behind all the knobs, and they all have a little tiny hole in them. They're a little hard to find, but if you do a little bit of digging around in it, you can find it. And you want to take the contact cleaner nozzle and spray it directly into the little holes. And then once you've sprayed into the hole, let me see here. Then what you're going to want to do is take these knobs and twist them around so that you can get all of the cleaner in and around it. And this stuff dries fairly quickly, and it's not like water, so it won't damage the circuit board in here or anything. But just get in there, give it a quick little spray. Cautious not to get it on the speaker though. Probably not too good for that. But yeah, once you've got it all sprayed in there, turn those knobs around so that the cleaner can get fully inside of it. And then you're going to let it sit for a little bit. Oh, don't fall on me. The next step is to take the little covers on the knobs. Oh, there goes one. And what you're going to want to do is take all the knobs off the front, if your amp doesn't fall. Take all the knobs off the front, these little yellow pieces that sit on the little pieces you turn on the front. And you're going to want to put them in your soapy water. And then once you've given them a decent rinse about, take your towel and your knob and run it in there. Get it nice and dry. You don't want water in there. It won't be too bad if it does, if you get a little bit, but I believe that's how this one initially got its scratches in it. I could see some water damage in here from the previous owner. Anyways, your next step is to plug it in and turn it on. So I've got mine plugged into my cord. Turn it on. Don't touch any of the electrical equipment while it's turned on, but the knobs on the front you can still turn. And as you can hear, it's not really making any scratchy noises like it was, at least. It's definitely much better than what it used to be. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a clean sound. Forewarning though, if yours doesn't get a clean sound after you've done all of this, you might just need to buy completely new pots. And yeah, or you could just go in and spray it again, give it a shot. That's why I turn it on and try it first before I put it all back together. But anyways, the steps after this are just to reassemble it, put the tray back down, screw it in, screw the back plate back on, and then you've got yourself a nice clean amp with no scratchy tones like that. And so that's how you clean out the pots on an amp. So thank you for listening to the speech.